My name is Mabel Rose Thompson. I'm 103 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that'll make every nutritionist in America lose their damn mind. I eat the same 4 foods every single day. Have been for the last 40 years. Now, before you close this and go back to watching someone dance on your phone, let me tell you something. I've buried 7 doctors. 7 good men, all of them. Smart as hell. And every single one of them told me I was eating wrong. Dr. Patterson in 1985 told me my cholesterol was too high. Said I needed to stop eating eggs. He put me on some low-fat diet. Gave me a whole chart with green foods and red foods. Treated me like I was one of my first graders who couldn't understand simple instructions. You know where Dr. Patterson is now. Forest Lawn Cemetery. Plot 247. Died at 71. Massive stroke. I'm still here. Still eating my eggs. Let me tell you what I eat every single day. No exceptions. No variety. No food. Hazone. 3 whole eggs fried in butter. Not egg whites. Whole eggs. Yolk and all. The yolk is where the life is. They told me for 40 years that eggs would kill me. Cholesterol. They said heart disease. They said, Yuri playing Russian roulette. They said, well, I've been pulling that trigger 3 times a day since 1963, and am still standing here at 103 while they reel underground. You want to know what's in an egg? Everything a baby chick needs to become a full-grown chicken. It's a perfect food. God wrapped it in a shell and said, here, this is everything you need. But some guy in a lab coat decided he was smarter than God. And now we got people drinking egg whites from a carton, throwing away the yolk, throwing away the best part. It's like buying a car and throwing away the engine. I fry mine in real butter. Not margarine, not that chemical spray they sell in a can. Butter from a cow, the way it's supposed to be. Food hash, too. A pound of ground beef every single day. 1 pound. 80/20. That means 80% lean, 20% fat. They told me red meat causes cancer. They told me I'd get colon cancer, heart disease, probably spontaneously combust. I said, Doc, my grandmother ate beef every day of her life. My mother ate beef every day of her life. I've eaten beef every day of my life. None of us get cancer. Maybe you should study yous instead of those rats you keep feeding sugar to. You know what's in beef? Everything your body is begging you for. Iron, B12, zinc, creatine, carnitine, all the stuff they try to sell you in a bottle at GNC $4.49.99. Your body is made of this stuff. Your muscles, your blood, your brain, it's all built from the same materials that are in that beef. I cook it simple. Just ground beef in a cast iron skillet with salt. No recipes, no sauces, no 47 ingredients from around the world. Just beef and salt. You want to know why? Because a cow is a miracle machine. It eats grass, just grass, and turns tinto muscle into protein, into strength. It takes sunshine and soil, and turns it into something that builds human beings. And we're over here eating cereal that comes in a box with a cartoon character on it, wondering why we feel like at 35. Food hash 3. 6 small red potatoes boiled with the skin on. That's it. They told me carbs were bad. They told me I'd get diabetes. They put me on some low-carb diet in the 90s, and I felt like I got hit by a truck for 3 weeks. I said, forget this, and went back to my potatoes. You know what a potato is? It's energy from the ground. It's what kept the Irish alive. It's what kept soldiers alive in World War II. It's what kept me alive during the Depression when we didn't have much else. People nowadays are so afraid of food. They're counting macros, tracking apps, weighing everything on a little scale, like Theory running a drug operation. I just boil 6 potatoes and eat them. My grandmother did the same thing. She lived to 96. Food hash for raw milk. Adult glass with every meal. Straight from the cow, unpasteurized, unhomogenized, unscrewed with this one really makes them mad. Raw milk is dangerous. They say it has bacteria, they say. You know what else has bacteria? Your whole damn body. You're more bacteria than human. Your gut is supposed to have bacteria. That's how it works. I've been drinking raw milk since I was 6 years old. That's 97 years of supposedly dangerous milk. Still waiting for the danger to show up. You want to know what's in raw milk? Enzymes, probiotics, fats, soluble vitamins, all the stuff that gets destroyed when they heat it to 280 degrees and turn it into white water. Real milk is thick. It's got cream on top. It tastes like something that it's alive. What they sell in the story is dead. It's been cooked, separated, homogenized, put back together like Frankenstein's monster. And they call it milk. I call it expensive water. 4 foods every single day. Breakfast, 3 eggs, 2 potatoes, glass of milk. Lunch, half pound of ground beef, 2 potatoes, glass of milk. Dinner, 3 eggs, half pound of ground beef, 2 potatoes, glass of milk. No snacks, no dessert, no cheat days, no variety. And before you say it, yes, I know it's boring. You know what else is boring? Being 103 years old and still able to talk, think, and take care of myself. You know what's exciting? Being 60 years old and needing 12 medications to get through the day. Here's the thing nobody wants to tell you. Your body doesn't need variety. It needs nutrients. We've been sold this lie that you need 47 different foods to be healthy, that you need exotic superfoods from the rainforest, that you need supplements for this and powders for that. It's all designed to sell you things. Your great-great-grandmother ate the same thing every day. Farmers' wives ate the same thing for generations. They were strong. They raised children, worked the farm, kept everyone alive. Now we got people eating 73 different things in a week. And they can't climb a flight of stairs without getting winded. The problem isn't lack of variety. The problem is lack of real food. Here's what happened. In the 1950s, some scientists decided fat was the enemy. They had no proof. They just decided. So they told everyone to stop eating fat, stop eating eggs, stop eating beef, stop eating butter. And what did they replace it with? Sugar, processed carbs, vegetable oils, chemical garbage. And what happened? Everyone got fat. Everyone got sick. Diabetes exploded. Heart disease exploded. Cancer exploded. But did they say, hey, maybe we were wrong about the fat? No. They doubled down. They came up with new diets. Low carb, keto, paleo, vegan, carnivore. Everyone's got a diet now. Everyone has got a book to sell, a program to push, a supplement line. And people are sicker than ever. I'm 103. I've watched this whole circus play out. And I'll tell you what I've learned. The people who live the longest eat simple. Not complicated, not exotic. Simple. My friend George died last year at 101, ate oatmeal and sardines every day for 60 years. That's it. Oatmeal for breakfast, sardines for lunch, light dinner. Everyone thought he was crazy. He outlived them all. My husband, Robert, God rest his soul, Hamade it to 95, ate the same breakfast every single day for 50 years. 2 eggs and toast. Same thing. Never changed it, aren't you bored? People would ask her, she'd say, bored? I'm alive. That's exciting enough. The happiest old people I know, the ones who made it past 95, they all have one thing in common. They found something that works and they stuck with it. They didn't chase every new fad. They didn't reinvent themselves every 5 years. They didn't keep searching for the perfect diet. They found their 4 foods or 5 foods or 6 foods, and they ate them every damn day until they died. And you know what? They died late. Real late. With their minds intact and their dignity in place. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to like it. The food is only half of it. You can eat my exact 4 foods every day, and if your spirit is rotten, you'll still get sick. That I've seen it happen. Guy named Walter lived down the street from me in the ADS. Read all the health books, ate clean, exercised every day, did everything right, dead at 68, cancer. You want to know what killed him? Bitterness. He spent 40 years angry at this brother over some inheritance dispute. Carried that hate around like a backpack full of rocks. The cancer didn't kill Walter. The hate did. The cancer was just the method. Here's what actually keeps you alive. Having something to wake up for. I wake up at 5:30 every morning. Why? Because I got things to do. I got a garden to tend. I got a neighbor who needs help fixing his fence. I got a great-granddaughter who calls me every Tuesday. I got reasons, having people to love. You can't do this alone. You're not built for it. You need people. Real people. Not followers. Not likes. People. People who sit with you when you're scared. People who tell you when you're being an idiot. People who show up having peace in your heart. Forgive people. I'm serious. Forgive them. Not because they deserve it, because you deserve peace. I forgave my mother years ago. She was a hard woman, cold when she was stressed. I carried anger about that for decades. You know what happened when I forgave her? Nothing changed about what she did, but everything changed about what I carried. That I got lighter. I got free, laughing even when it hurts. Life is going to hurt, that's guaranteed. You're going to lose people. You're going to fail at things, that you're going to get scared, but if you can laugh even just a little bit, you can survive it. I buried my husband 10 years ago, Robert. Love of my life for 68 years. The day after the funeral, he was sitting in the kitchen crying like a child. My granddaughter came in, saw Met here, didn't know what to say. So, I looked at her and said, he always told me I'd be lost without him. Turns out he was right. We both laughed. And then Wekrid. And then we laughed again. That's show you do it. I'm 103 years old. I didn't have much time left. Could be ire, could be a month, could be tomorrow. So, I'm going to tell you something straight. You're wasting your life. Not because you're eating the wrong foods, though you probably are. You're wasting it because you're waiting. You're waiting to be healthy before you start living. You're waiting to have more money before you take the trip. You're waiting to lose weight before you ask someone out. You're waiting for someday. Let me tell you about someday. It doesn't exist. I had a friend named Betty. Good woman. Worked at the telephone company with me in the 60s. Always talked about retiring and moving to the coast, opening a little bakery, making pies every day. Just 10 more years, she'd say. Then I'm living. You know where Betty is? She's in the ground. Died at 62, 2 years before retirement. Never made it to the coast, never opened the bakery, never made those pies. She spent 40 years waiting to live. Don't be Betty. You want to know why I eat the same 4 foods every day? It's not just about health, it's about freedom. When you simplify your food, you simplify your life. I don't waste mental energy deciding what to eat. I don't waste time shopping for 47 ingredients. I don't waste money on fancy. I wake up, I know exactly what I'm eating, I eat it, and move on with my day. That simplicity gives me space for what actually matters. Time with people, time in the garden, time to think, time to be. You people nowadays, you're drowning in choices. You got 600 types of cereal. You got meal delivery services. You got apps that tell you what to eat based on your DNA. And you're more confused than ever, more stressed than ever, more unhealthy than ever. You know why? Because you're trying to optimize something that doesn't need optimizing. Food is simple. You need protein. You need fat. You need some carbohydrates. You need minerals and vitamins. That's it. 3 eggs, a pound of beef, 6 potatoes, and raw milk gives you all off tat. Everything else is just noise. If I could go back to when I was 30, here's what I'd say. Stop chasing. Stop chasing more money, more status, more achievement. I spent too many years working overtime, bringing lesson plans home every night. Missed dinners with meow children while I stayed late grading papers. Missed my daughter's dance recital. Missed anniversaries for what? A bigger paycheck, a pat on the back from the boss. None of that matters now, none of it. What matters is that I missed those moments and I can't get them back. Eat simple. I figured out my 4 foods at 63. I wish I'd figured it out at 23. Think of all the years I wasted eating garbage. Think of all the energy I wasted being sick, being tired, being foggy. Find your 4 foods. Eat them every day. Move on with your life. Love people while they're here. I waited too long to tell people I love them. It hot there'd be more time. My sister Margaret, we had some stupid fight about nothing when we were in our 40s. Didn't talk for 3 years. She died suddenly at 53. Brain aneurysm. I never got to Makit right. I never got to tell her I was sorry. I never got to tell her I loved her. Don't be like me. Say it now. Today. Not someday. Let go of the hate. Life's too short to carry grudges. Too short to stay angry. Too short to keep score. Forgive people. Not for them. For you. Because that hate is poison. Andy Ari, the one drinking it. I'm 103 years old. I've been around for 2 world wars. I've seen 18 presidents. I've watched the world change in ways I couldn't have imagined. But some things didn't change. Your body needs real food. Your heart needs real connection. Your soul needs real purpose. That's it. That's the whole game. Everything else, the diet books, the supplements, the life hacks, the optimization, it's all just distraction. Eat your 4 foods, love your people, forgive your enemies, find your purpose, and for God's sake, stop waiting. There is no perfect time. There is no someday. There is only now that I eat the same 4 foods every day because it works, because it's simple, because it gives me the energy and clarity to do what actually matters. Doctors can't explain it because they're looking for complexity. They're looking for the secret supplement, the magic ratio, the hidden hack. But there is no hack. There's just real food, real love, and real presence. That's the secret and has been right in front of you the whole time. Now go eat your eggs and call your mama. Mabel Rose Thompson, 103 years old. Still here, still kicking, still eating my damn eggs. Subscribe to my channel and don't forget like and share.